And it'll fade, it'll fade, it'll fade, it'll fade away. Yeah, got lost in space, but I'm so high today, just dreaming my life away. And it'll fade, it'll fade, it'll fade, it'll fade away. Hey, got lost in space, but I'm so high today, just dreaming my life away.
Ready to be independent? Over the past essential year, I've been recording songs for my album Playing Games. Today, we're recording the last song. There's going to be 12 songs on this project, some skits, whatever. I'm an independent artist from Jersey. I've recorded this process. I record all my songs in this studio. I actually built this on my channel, so there's a video for that as well. But today, I'm recording the last song to this album. For people that have been watching me for a little bit, you guys might notice, wait, the setup is a little different, and that is because I did a move with my girlfriend Sandra. So we got the Govee light here. We got a bunch of this sound stuff here because, you know, we don't want to make neighbors angry. We got a nice window. Light is new to me. We've got, for some of the shoots on this album, we got the ray gun here, of course. You know, everyone with Link. If you don't mess with Link, oh, my bad, Link, I messed with you. I didn't mean to do that. We got the monitor set up over here. We got, this is a little messy here right now, but I'm setting up another TV right here. Any access to like cable, but also all the boys that come over are gonna be able to play whatever they want when they want. You gotta work out. And then of course we got the booth right behind me. The booth is the main sauce of this entire tour. This is basically the new room we're going to be working with. It's a lot bigger than what I had before. Today, I'm recording a song called Dreams 3. I've released a Dreams and a Dreams 2. So if you're interested and you want to bump, hey man, they're both up on my Spotify right now. I'm trying to show you guys that you guys can be independent. I'm making this album as independently as I can. Got the brand right there. You know I'm repping. We're about to go into the studio. I've essentially set myself up in there. So I'll show you guys what we're working with today. Let's open her up. So simple as hell, laptop, flickering light, and I'm gonna turn this off. This is crazy. But I basically got my mic, my Focusrite, my laptop. We're about to record this song. I'm gonna start off with temporary main vocals, and then I'll start worrying about more of like, the ad-libs and all that stuff behind. But again, this is just to show you that, you know, you wanna record independently, you wanna make that happen for yourself, that you can. Also, Juggernaut, baby. Juggernaut. If you know what this is, you're a real one. It's a little bittersweet because I've been working on this album for a while. Still a whole lot of video shoots that are going to happen. If you guys haven't seen any of the BTS of those video shoots, I did a Call of Duty Zombies video shoot with my buddies, and we did a Godfather styled like mafia mob music video. I got both of those BTSs up on my channel as well as my other vlogs of just showing you guys that you could record from your room.
What's been on your mind? Think you need a mind spill. Lately in your field, said it's like a minefield. You either keep it real or you.
So I like to record main vocal, kind of a temporary one, set the bass, do a bunch of octaves of that same vocal to kind of give it that surrounding fat sound. And then once we have enough, kind of like a strong variety of main vocals, some being higher, some being lower, I like to do the ad-libs, maybe do some backing vocals, and then we're gonna mix, and then we're probably gonna do some more vocals, and then again, we're gonna do the final vocal, the main vocal again at the end, because we're gonna get a lot of reps in doing this, that by the time we're figuring out everything behind the scenes with this song, we're gonna be able to master the actual main vocal that y'all are gonna be focusing on. When you hear this, hopefully you bump.
A lot to grind through. You can stay to get your own, but no one will guide you. You can hide behind a mask, but one day it's gonna fade, and you'll have to face the rap for this.
Okay. This song's really fast. I mean, it has like really fast parts. All my dreams, it's like a trilogy. This is the third one, so now it's a trilogy. They have very fast cadences. All three of these songs, it's a similar style. So I'm low-key out of breath. Also, because it gets pretty stuffy in there, but I mean, that's part of a studio, right? So I have two things down. I have kind of like a low one down. I have a somewhat normal one. Now I think I kind of got to go a little high. I'm just mentally preparing myself for that because it's a lot of words. This is probably like the wordiest song. What's this song about? Follow your damn dreams. This series is really close to my heart. The first Dreams that I ever released was like 2019, and it is 2026. So I had Dreams 2 released, and I think in maybe 2020, 2021, and it's been like 5 years. So I was like, you know what? This sounds like a Dreams 3, so let's name it Dreams 3. I'm only out of breath because I am trying very, very hard. You know, and that's like another thing. I think at some point in my generation or lifetime, trying was seen as like uncool. Like if you're trying too hard, you have like no aura or whatever. I think that's dumb as hell. Like if I'm doing something, I'm going to try my best at it. And, if I fail at it, I failed trying, so don't be afraid to try, don't be afraid to try your best. And so this is going to be my best work, whether you vibe with it or not. I am genuinely trying my hardest to portray the message, to flow, to mix. I am trying very, very hard. So if this isn't up to par, just know I tried my best. I tried. The point of this brand, if you don't know, by the way, Getty Go Glenn, is we are go-getters, right? So we see something, we go and get it. I'm trying, and we're going to go in there and try more. Go get studio time. All right, so I just got the super high part. There we go. That's the sound I make when I put my phone on the floor. I just did the super high part. It low-key took, I'm not even going to lie to you, this is just all the high part, just because it takes so much strain. I'm able to like say the whole thing super, super high, but because it really wears down the voice, I have to take healthy breaks in between to make sure the recording actually sounds good. Because it's not just about what I'm saying and how I'm pronouncing it, it's also how it sounds. It's like the most important part, arguably. So right now, I don't do a lot of mixing in here because I prefer doing mixing when I have fresh air, because right now I'm just going to kind of pan these. The two backings I have right now, left and right. I'm definitely going to do some more backings as well, but it's important that I start building kind of this base. And also, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tracks literally just for that high part that I just kind of did. So I kind of want to make it one track. Just make it sound, more leveled out. So I'm going to level these out quick, and then we're going to go right into another take. Just like that. Bro, we are moving, bro. We are moving. You could do this too. I am not special. Do it, do it, do it. All right, lock in. I guess that works.
Decision that you made, yeah, you wanted this to last, well, you couldn't look away. Now you're acting out so much, it's like we're all playing charades. Yeah, you knew you had us coming, yeah, you couldn't stop the running. Now you're feeding those emotions, but you'll never stop the fun. I'm seeing some people keep it coasting, floating high above the clouds.
More intense kind of take that I just did. So we have an intense one, we have a high one, we have a low one. I might end up doing a little more panning now, but we have a solid amount of sound in the background, so I might also do some backing vocals. When recording, I have a plan and I do stick to it most of the time, but sometimes you just got to go with what feels right. So let's see what I record. I'm not gonna lie to you right now, we are absolutely flying. I basically did all the backings that I would like to do as of right now for the first. There's 2 verses in this song because it's pretty long. There's 3 choruses, 2 verses. So basically all the choruses and the first verse has all the backings that I'm pretty comfortable with now. Now this is subject to change, but the song's already sounding pretty full. So you don't want to go too much. I have now a couple things panned left and right, but we are going up to 18 tracks. I'm going to now get some water, get some air, and then I'm going to figure out what I would like to have backing vocal wise for the second verse. And I'm not gonna lie, I love recording at night. There's actually there's a different kind of feeling that you have when you're recording at night. I don't know if it's because the world's kind of more quiet and you just have more of that mental focus, if you're not getting as many like real life interruptions. Some people even get more energy, including myself, like after 10 p.m. So I do like recording at night, but there's also something special about recording during the day. Just really feeling more awake. The voice is definitely going to be better because it wasn't strained all day from just talking and, being a person. When I get out of the studio, often I'm very tired and shot, but I'm like also riled up. It's this like weird kind of like middle ground of like I'm very exhausted because like gave that song my soul, but also riled up because I was just screaming at a microphone for like 2-3 hours. So when you record during the day, it kind of gives you a chance to kind of unwind from that. And when you stop recording at night, it's like 1 or 2 in the morning, you kind of just have to go to bed. You have to be a person the next day. Record when you want. I don't know what that was, but that's just me sharing my experience. But hey, I didn't say it yet, but love yourself, all right? Let's do that. I might be biased here, guys, but this song is sick. This song is really sick. I might be biased. Just a tad. There's a moment in recording a song where it actually begins sounding like what I imagined kind of like in my head. And I imagine like other artists have that same thing because like every artist that records is able to auditorily understand, okay, this is how I want the song to kind of come together. But the puzzle is making it actually sound like it sounds in your head. And right now I have this I have this feeling, you know, you just kind of feel it. Like right now, this is exactly what I wanted to communicate to the listener. Hopefully that's you. The swag, I call it the swag. I call it the swag of the song because at the end of the day, you could have a good message. You know, it could sound good. You know, you could have a flow, but if there's got to be some swing in a song. Swing is what really I think captures, you know, gives the person something to. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. This song has the still sunny out. Still got plenty of sunlight too. Dude, this is literally my favorite part of the process too, man. I just love creating, and I really hope that you guys see all the hard work I'm putting into this because it is hard work. I do love it. You can probably hear my voice is a little dead. If you're liking these vlogs, I really appreciate you. If you're really liking these vlogs, there are some other ones as well, but I also just put out these two within the past like 3 days. So COD Zombies theme music video here, and this one, look at that face, bro. It's nuts. This is like kind of like a Godfather themed music video. These are both BTS music videos I shot with the boys, so if you're interested for a little more, headphones on.
All the sorry struggle, they already ruled you out. Yeah, they might be flying high, but know the winds can turn around, and they can go from looking down to looking up without a doubt. A janitor could be.
I'm currently sweating like a madman. I'm at like the last part of the song. I'm doing like a final like main vocal, like a final temporary main vocal. I basically did a main vocal, and now I'm re-recording the main vocal because now I feel I know the song a lot more than I did when I first started recording it. That should make sense because I've literally been singing it over and over again, and I'm just getting tripped up on the last part because it's so fast. But I'm determined. I'm not leaving this box until I'm happy with this last part, and then we're gonna have our first real mixing sesh. So we did it. We finally got that down. So I think it's in a really safe place where it all really sounds good in these headphones, but there's definitely some leveling and some changing and a bunch of mixing that I need to do. So now it's time for me to take my setup back out there. It is now nighttime.
King, I know one day you'll get your crown. A middle finger to the ones who never wanted you around. No, it kind of blows. You've been exposed, don't by mental toll from falling in your hole in a different.
We're set up now. 39 tracks, not too bad. We're gonna do the first mix over here. If you watched my stuff before, you know I first like to get a mix on my headphones. Now I'm doing a mix on the computer. And when that's done and we feel pretty good about it, to see how the mix sounds both on my cell phone, because that's where the majority of people are gonna be listening to it. And obviously, I say this every single video, we're gonna do the car test, because if it doesn't pass the car test, it's not getting released. End of story. A couple hours later, I ended up getting some food with Sandra. Sometimes taking a little bit of a break from a track too and coming back to it, it gives you more of a fresh perspective when kind of diving back into the song. Sometimes you're so in it that you're in it. It's like you're like so close to it that you can't really see what's happening, but like your friends and everyone about, like it's like a situation where you're so close to the situation that you're blinded and you like can't see what's happening, but everyone around you, your friends, your buddies, whatever, homies, parents, they like can see this thing happening to you, and sometimes you need to step away in order to see the bigger picture. Are we just talking about music here? Who knows? First round mix and see how we're feeling. Also forgot to mention that while we were mixing, I like to have ambiance, and you already know I'm a big gamer, so we actually have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 going on in the background right now as we mix.
Mode, you know I call it go, and in life's a show, the script is lost control. No, I've been cold, but no one hears the phone, and the door's been closed, and no one's ever home. I try to.
We are absolutely flying by this track right now. I went through it a bunch, even on the headphones again. I'm now going through it once more, just to kind of see how it feels. Anyway, I just got Dome FMG9s for Infected in Modern Warfare 3 in 2026. Life couldn't be better.
I dream big, but I live bigger. And half full, half empty, I'ma drink the pitcher. And pessimists won't accept me cause I see a winner in the mirror, staring, looking up and down like zippers to consider all the whispers claiming I'ma be a quitter.
I think we're ready for the car test. I feel pretty confident through the Mac. I feel pretty confident through the headphones. Next time you see me, I'll be packing up, going into the car. This record took like 1 day. You might notice it's actually sunny outside. That's because it's a new day, and that is because I wanted to blast this in my car, and I didn't want to do that at 2 a.m. So you know what we're gonna do now? I'm off to get Sandra and I some bagels, and we're gonna bump this on the way to get bagels, and we're gonna see how we're feeling about it, all right? Literally, bruh. We got the Mac right there. Mac's literally in the car. That's my aux right now. And I'm gonna put you guys on a mount, and we're gonna drive, get bagels, and we're gonna see the disgusting parts of the song, the great parts of the song, the good, the bad, the ugly, the worst. So again, you got to do a car bump You have to do a car bump before you release. It could sound good in your headphones. It could sound good on the phone. But if it don't sound good in the car, what the hell are you doing releasing that song? Stop!
Bit are you triggered that my flow just getting quicker? Yeah, I know I should've figured that you wouldn't come around. The world will get a little bigger if you learn to leave the ground. See, my hometown is backing me, but to keep it G, my friends are like my...
Oh, all right. I'm hyped. I don't know if it's because it's the morning. I don't know what it is. I haven't had coffee. I had water. I'm just hyped, bro. Dude, that sounded really, really good. I noticed a couple things that, like, right off the bat, I don't know if I need to re-record them. Hopefully not. Hopefully I could just, like, do some magic here. Maybe, like, realign certain things. That's easy. That's fine. So right now we're going to close this. I work off of a 2019 Mac that has a very limited supply of power when off of the charger. So I might be a little biased, but I think this slaps. Little mixing session in the car. Let's do it.
Family, and that's love to me. You better see how driven be. Opportunity and community pair perfectly. I'm a product of my own.
Good news. The mix sounded pretty good. I'm doing like a little bit of a master on it right now. We're exporting it. We're gonna bump it a bunch of times in the car right now. And then I'm gonna do it on the phone. And hopefully it still sounds this good on the phone because it sounds freaking amazing. The more I listened to it, the more I was like, you know what? There's a lot going on. And a little lesson here. Sometimes less is more. So I'm gonna take out or lower certain stuff in the background just to make it a little less full, to allow the main vocal to really shine through as the main contributor to this song. Listen, every song has a different puzzle. I'm making that decision now that I think this needs to be a little less full, but I do think we're on the right path, and I think we're maybe like an edit or two from finishing this. Again, this is just how casual it can be. I spent a couple hours in the studio and also mixing, and now I'm just hanging out in the car and I'm finishing up, and it's still, again, a beautiful day out. So we have a great window, but back to work.
Environment was belief in me, and that's all I need. I plant a seed, I'm having a destiny, keep it mentality, so I'm weighing the clouds. I'm blocking the sanity, locked in the chassis, might not get back out. Choosing to casually live so unhappily, something I won't allow. Running like cavities, not what I meant to be, spending Smith to Dow.
That was sick. That was raw. Dude, that's literally just, I'm just like, I can't even speak, dude. Like, I'm just so happy that I went through this. Like, I just finished, that was a year of writing, a year of recording, engineering, producing half of these beats. And I just hope I'm inspiring somebody, because 4 years ago, couldn't produce my own beats, couldn't do, really my own mixing and mastering at all. And like, I finally got to the point where I feel like I can do that portion myself, and it took me a while. And like, I really couldn't mix or record myself at all. I was a slave to other people's time and whatever prices they wanted to give me. And like, that's just how it is. If you're gonna rely on other people, and I still do for a lot of this stuff that I do, I'm not 100% solo, because without the amazing creators and people around me and my friends and all those people that really believe in me and just give me happiness, like outside of music too, like I wouldn't be half of who I am. I'm thankful to have so many good people around me that have supported me through this journey. And this album is now, in my mind, done. It's this is like my 4th album now. But this is like, I think this is my best one ever. I just do. And it's just because of the people that have worked on it so far and how passionate everyone has been. And there's so much lore to this album that's still, in the making. But I finished recording my album as of today. Got to shoot a bunch of music videos now. Really got to make sure that you guys are visually seeing what I'm also, I guess, rapping or singing about, because that's important to me. But I am going to release this album as soon as I can, when it's at its best state. So I want to get these videos edited. I need to get them shot. I need to get merch in line, like marketing ideas. Love yourself. Thank you for being here. Bye.
Free.